Hello, friends. Welcome to Happy and Free Yoga with Maureen. I've been noticing since our gym is closed, my exercise routine has changed a bit. I don't get to do weights as often. I'm walking more and doing some yoga and enjoying cooking a little bit more. Tell me, what are you doing to stay active and feel good? Write it in the comments below. Let's begin our practice looking around just a little bit, lengthening through our spine, and then settling ourselves here on the mat, on the earth. We'll begin with a little reflection and listening inward to our breath. On the in-breath, I notice I am breathing in. On the out-breath, I notice I am breathing out. On the in-breath, I notice my breath is full. On the out-breath, I notice my breath is long. On the in-breath, I listen to what I am experiencing. On the out-breath, I care for this experience. Inhale, exhale. Full breath, long exhale. Listen, care. Listen, care. And gently returning to the native breath and bringing your attention over your heart and setting an intention for your practice. Perhaps listening a little bit more closely to your own experience. Let's begin by working the back of the neck and gently taking the nose and drawing an infinity sign with the tip of the nose. Inhale up the outer edge of the infinity sign. Exhale, slowly coming across and down. Inhale up the other side. And exhale, down and across. Gently working out the back of the neck with the breath. And then let's roll the shoulders a little bit, drawing them up towards the ears. And on the exhale, let those shoulder blades come down the spine. One more time. Inhale them up towards the ears. Exhale, down and back. Bring the hands together. Namaste. Interlace the fingertips. And on the exhale, push the hands away. Inhale in. Exhale, push them away. Inhale in, exhale, push them away. Reach the arms up towards the sky, good forearm stretch, and side bend off to the right. Inhale through center, exhale off to the left. Inhale through center, off to the right. Inhale, and exhale. Coming back to center, release the grip, coming out into a T with the arms. Bring the right hand to the mat and sweep the left arm over, pushing that left hip down to the mat. Inhale through center. Exhale as you drop the left hand. Nice side stretch. Now bringing the hands into the Ganesh Mudra. Interlace the fingertips and pull the grip away from each other as you draw the shoulders down the back. And drop the left hand into the inside of the knee as you sweep the right hand back. Big inhale. And then on the exhale, interlace the grip and Ganesh Mudra. Drop the right hand, sweep the left hand open, and exhale, Ganesh Mudra. Interlace the grip, draw the shoulders down. To the other side, inhale, and exhale. Drop the hand, inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale as you sweep open, and exhale. Just notice how your body feels, and then taking your time, come over onto your hands and knees for the next part of our practice. Take a little cat-cow here, warming up the spine, inhaling into Bidhilasana, exhale, Marjarasana. Back and forth with your breath. Coming into tabletop, push the right heel straight back to the wall behind you, lengthening it throughout the spine, and the left thumb comes to the sky. Feel the length, heel to fingertip. On the exhale, draw the arm out to the side and the heel out to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep it away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep it away. Inhale, lengthen. And then bring that left hand down to the mat. We'll take a little press up as you lift through that right tail in a skunk tail. Drop the chin towards the chest. Keep the elbows into the sides. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And bring that right ball of the foot to the mat for a bit of a calf stretch. Push it back nice and firmly, lengthening out through the back of that right leg. Now coming to the other side, push the left heel back, lengthening through that side, and bring the right thumb to the sky. Feel the length. Inhale, exhale, sweep away an awkward airplane. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep away. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep it away. Inhale, lengthen. And bring your right hand to the mat. Drop the chin towards the chest as you lift through that left heel. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, press it up. And now bringing the left ball of the foot to the mat, taking a bit of a calf stretch on this side. Then tuck the toes and bring the heels together. Walk the hands back towards the heels and sit on the heels, stretching out the soles of the feet. If it's available to you, place your hands on your heels and press up into a camel, lifting through the front of the hips. Good glute squeeze here. And when you're ready, release the hips back to the heels. Plant the hands on the floor in front of you and push the hips up to the sky. Pedal out the back of the legs, lengthening through one side and then the other. Nodding the head yes to release the back of the neck. Inhale and halfway lift. lengthening out through the spine, strong back, draw the shoulder blades down. On the exhale, fold. Shake it out a little. Inhale, halfway lift, feel the length of the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, really stick that tailbone back. Exhale and fold. Maybe even grab onto the ankles and draw yourself in for a little deeper fold if you're ready for that. Inhale, halfway lift. Let the inner thighs spin towards the back wall. Long through the spine, crown reaching forward. And then walk the hands up the thighs, coming to a standing position. A little lift through the heart, and then come to the top of your mat. We'll begin with a C-series flow. So finding your mountain, long edges of the foot parallel with the long edges of the mat. Coming to your breath, let's practice just a little Ujjayi breath. Inhale, and on the exhale, narrowing the throat just a little. Give that sound of the ocean. Inhale fully. Exhale. Centering the attention with the breath. Inhale as you raise the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, lift tall, and exhale, side bend off to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale right. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, and step back on the right, coming to your runner's lunge. Place the right hand down and take your dragonfly twist, stacking the shoulders and lifting through that left hand. Exhale, and bring the left hand down to the mat and step that left foot back, coming to plank. Stacking the shoulders right over the wrists, lengthening out in your plank, and then coming down, knees, chest, chin. Untuck the toes, lift into cobra, inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes, and push to downward facing dog. Inhale, float back out into plank, and the option to float that right heel, and then push into three-legged dog, lengthening through the toes on the right as they reach for the sky. And then bring that right foot forward, right between the hands, runner's lunge. Left hand down, sweep the right hand to the sky as the heart turns towards the knee. Exhale, bring the hand to the mat. Step the left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, sweep back to the top, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release, and then gently find your way back into your mountain position. We'll take these moves on the other side. Inhale and sweep those arms up into tall mountain. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale the center, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, release, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, and step back on the left. Keep the left hand down and take your runner's lunge twist here. Right hand reaching for the sky, heart turned towards the knee. Bring the right hand down to the mat and step back for your plank. Feel that long line of energy between the heels and the crown. Exhale, coming down knees, chest, and chin. Untuck the toes, lift the heart in cobra, elbows in tight to the side. Exhale, tuck the toes, and push to downward facing dog. Floating back out into plank and inhale, floating the left heel up and pushing to three-legged dog, extending through those toes, lifting, and then bring that left foot forward between the hands, runner's lunge. Leave the right hand down and turn the left hand reaching up for the sky. Exhale, bring it back to the mat and step that right foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, long spine. Exhale and soften over the mat. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Lift the hands to tall mountain. Exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Shaking out any muscles that are gaining tension. Maybe taking empty coat sleeves, whatever works for you. And then when you're ready, find your way back into mountain position. We'll begin our next series, a B series, which will include a chair. So land some weight in your heels. Feel the body lengthening, the spine lifting. When you're ready, reach your arms behind you a little and sweep the mat as you come up into your chair. Chin up, chest up, holding chair, dropping the weight into the heels, pushing the heels just a little bit away from each other to light up the back of the legs. Now bringing all the weight to the left heel, lift the right leg and cross it over in an eagle pose. Right arm goes under, palms are touching. Lift the elbows up. Exhale, bring the elbows towards the knees. Then unfold, land the right foot, and sweep up into an Emmy posture, like you're holding that giant globe like an Emmy statue. Heart and gaze lifted to the sky. Sweep back into your chair, holding chair for a breath or two. Then bring all the weight to your right leg and lift the left leg up and over in your eagle posture. This is a balance pose, so hold a focus point. Drop the left arm under and lift the elbows. And on the exhale, bring the elbows towards the knees. And then release the folded limbs. Push through the heels and lift through the heart and the gaze and the hands. Exhale, swan dive and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back to your plank. Make sure to keep the low back lifted so there's no strain on the low back when you're in plank. Now in the B series, we have the option of taking chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, your choice on the flow. If you choose to take chaturanga, roll over the toes, bring the body down to the mat, elbows in, and then untuck the toes and lift into up dog. Tuck the toes, exhale, down dog. lift the left heel way up into the sky and point through those toes. And then bend the left knee and stack the hips in the fire hydrant. Inhale, lift through that left leg. And on the exhale, bring it forward between the hands. We're coming to triangle pose. So the back foot is going to point off to 3 o'clock, and there'll be heel to heel alignment. I'm demonstrating triangle here by bringing a block to the outside of the left foot, planting my left hand on that, and then lengthening through that left leg, really drawing that left hip way back. And then drawing the bow, stacking that right arm right over the top of the left. The heart opens to the side, and the gaze can go at the mat, to the side, or up to the sky. Take a nice breath here or two. Each exhale really drawing that core in, strong. Inhale fully, and exhale, really bring yourself into that center. Gently lifting the left hand off the mat, coming into Warrior Two. Press the feet away from each other. Arms are parallel to the mat. And breathing. Let the shoulders drift away from the ears. Bring the right hand back, aiming for the back of the mat, and launching warrior. Left hand palm up towards the sky. Then drop that right hand on the back thigh. Raise the gaze and the hand of the left to the sky. Inhale and exhale. Now bring that left elbow to the left knee and open an extended side angle. Right hand reaches up for the sky. Feel the heart opening. Exhale, really draw in the energy. Keeping a strong core. Drift the right arm over the ear, feeling that long line of energy from the back heel through the fingertip. And if you'd like to add, lifting the left arm off the knee, like holding a giant beach ball. Breathing, breathing, and then sweep that right arm back. Warrior Two. Reaching up for Proud Warrior and coming all the way to reverse triangle, straightening that front leg. Bring that left hand behind you, preparing for Humble Warrior. As you bend the left knee, have it stack right over the ankle. Broaden across the collarbones, lifting through the heart. With the next exhale, fold to the inside of that left knee. Lift the hands off the back if that feels comfortable for you. Then release the hands to the mat. And walk the hands to the long edge of the mat. Bringing the feet heel-toed apart to a full stride. And the heels will be out just a little bit more than the toes. Walk the hands forward like a wide-legged downward facing dog. And then rotate the rib cage just a little bit left and right, loosening that area between the spine and the sacrum. Walk the hands back underneath the legs, coming to a bit of an inversion. Just nodding the head a yes, releasing the neck. If you'd like to, you can place a block right underneath the head and just rest in that inversion. breathing. And then lifting out of that inversion, set your block aside and heel toe the feet together to about a 3/4 stride, toes out a little further than the heels, and then lift through the chest, coming into your goddess squat. Lower the hips as best as you're able. We'll take some moons here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, raise the arms up in that big moon. Exhale down. Keep the shoulders landing on the back. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Push the hands out to the side and through the heels, coming up into star. Then bring your hands to your hips and heel toe back out into that full straddle. Take a side bend here, off to the right. Inhale through the center and off to the left. Inhale through center, exhale to the right, really stretching those ribs. Inhale through center, exhale, side bend off to the left. Inhale through center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. Plant your hands on your hips, press into the tops of the hips, lengthen out through the spine, and gently forward fold, coming down to the mat. Leave your left hand down and reach the right hand up to the sky. Sacrum stays flat and the heart rotates off to the right. Then bring your right hand down and reach the left hand like drawing a bow, reaching up for the sky. Heart turns towards the left. Then bringing both hands down to the mat. Walk your hands back to the top of the mat. And step that left foot back to meet the right. Coming into your plank. Keep the hips just tiny bit lifted. And then taking your flow here, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Untuck the toes, inhale to cobra or up dog. And then flip the toes, and on the exhale, push to downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog, letting your hips rock left and right. Lengthening through the spine, recovering with a breath or two. And now we'll take these moves on the other side. With the next inhale, lifting through that right leg. And really point through the toes. Bend the knee and stack the hips. Opening to that side wall in that fire hydrant pose. Flex the toes. And then lengthen out through that leg again. With the next exhale, bring that right foot between the hands. Preparing for triangle pose on this side. The left foot aims off towards 9 o'clock with a heel-heel alignment. A nice long stride between the legs. Bring your block to the outside of that right foot plant the hand on it, and then draw your bow and lift into your triangle. Bring some energy into that right hip, really drawing back through that right leg. And breathing, using the exhales to keep your core strong. And then keeping the feet pushing away from each other, begin to lighten off of that right hand. Bend the right knee and float into Warrior Two. The feet remain strong, the arms are parallel to the earth, reaching for infinity in both directions. But let the shoulders drift away from the ears, down the back, keeping the gaze and the neck soft and comfortable. Coming now into Launching Warrior, the right palm faces the sky and the gaze goes to the back hand as it aims for the back of the mat. 1 or 2 breaths here, keeping your core and your pelvic floor engaged. Drop the left hand to the thigh and reach the right arm up in Proud Warrior. With each exhale, drawing that core in, the pubic bone to the tailbone. Now bring the right elbow to the right knee, coming to extended side angle. Open the heart to the side and lift up through that left arm, nice and tall. Now let that arm drift over the ear and feel that long line of energy on the left from the heel through the fingertips. If you're able to, engage strongly in the core and let that right elbow lift off the knee like you're holding the world between your hands or a giant beach ball. Sweep that left hand back, coming to Warrior Two. And take a few breaths here, letting your hips lower just a little. And then coming to Reverse Triangle. The back hand land on the thigh and the right arm reach up for the sky. And then bending that right knee, place the hands interlaced behind the sacrum and open across the chest. We're preparing for our Humble Warrior. Gaze lifts a little and the heart opens. On the exhale, fold to the inside of that right thigh. Lift the hands up just a bit if that's comfortable for your shoulders. Then release the hands, bringing them to the mat. Take your block with you. Bring it to the inside of that right foot and bear a little weight on that block as you take a side lunge. The toes on the left are pointed off to 9 o'clock. Just lower the hips a little bit, getting that good stretch. And walk the block over towards the left foot. Get an inner thigh stretch on the right. Lifting and lowering the hips. Always surfing that stretch with gentleness. Set the block aside and walk the hands back to the center, coming to a full straddle, heel toe apart as far as is comfortable. And walk both hands over towards the left ankle, placing the right hand on the outside of the right leg with a micro bend in the knee. Raise that left hand up to the sky as you draw the heart towards the knee, gently surfing that stretch. With each exhale, soften a little on the inhale and deepen the stretch with the exhale. Then bring that left hand back down and walk yourself through center, coming over now towards the right ankle, bringing that left hand to the outside of the right leg, sweeping that right arm up to the sky. Little micro bend in the right knee. Use the inhales to soften a little, and on the exhale, draw yourself in towards that knee. Inhale, soften. Exhale, deepen. Now bringing the right hand down, walk both hands to the center and heel toe the feet together to that 3/4 stride. We'll take Malasana or garland pose here. So trying to keep the feet flat on the earth, let the hips lower and draw the body and the arms through the knees, bringing the hands to the heart. Lifting the gaze just a bit, chin up and chest up. Then push through the heels and come up into your goddess squat. Elbows up at the level of the shoulders. We'll take mountains here. So inhale to the peak of the mountain. Exhale, coming down to the base of the mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reaching out, and then draw the thumbs back with the exhale. And push the hands out to the side and push through the heels as you come to standing. Lengthen out your stride, heel toe out to a full stride. The heels will be out just a little further than the toes. And then squeeze the glutes just a little bit as you interlace the hands behind the sacrum. Lift through the heart, turn the gaze to one side and draw the shoulder back. And then gently coming through center, bring yourself off to the other side, drawing the shoulder back. Squeezing in the glutes, strong, opening those hip flexors. And coming back to center, place the hands on the outside of the thighs. Gently as you slide your hands down the outside of the legs, keep a strong back and float down to the earth. Let the hands land wherever they do, on the outside of the calves or ankles, the big toes, whatever is comfortable for you. Get a little bit of a grip there. Soften in the elbows and gently lengthen through the back of the legs as you draw the heart in with each exhale. Stretching. Release the neck while you're here, gently turning the head side to side. Use the exhales to draw yourself in a little. A little bit of softness in the knees to keep them comfortable. Bring the hands under the gaze. And walk both hands to the top of your mat. Step that right foot back to your plank. And taking or skipping your flow here. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling then into up dog or cobra. And exhale, push to downward facing dog. Recovering here a little in downward dog. Swaying the hips a little bit to the right and to the left, lengthening out through the side body. Or pedal through the backs of the legs. First on one side and then on the other. lengthening out those hamstrings. You're also welcome to come to child's pose at this time, if that's better for you. Step the feet a half step forward and out to the edge of the mat so the toes curl over the edge of the mat. And take that right arm under the body and around the left ankle. And draw the body through that space. And then take that stretch to the other side. The left arm reaching for the outside of the right ankle and draw that body through the space. Then plant the hands, take the gaze forward and step to forward fold. Lift in a halfway lift. Exhale and fold. And then sweep into your chair, landing the weight in the heels and pushing the heels away from each other. We'll come to that eagle position again. So hold your focus point. Bring all the weight into the left heel. Right leg goes over, right arm goes under. Lift through the chest, elbows reaching up, holding that focus point as best as you can. Exhale, bring the elbows towards the knees. And then unfold the limbs, press into the heels, and burst up like you're splashing out of the water. Exhale, sweep back into your chair. Lift through the chest and the chin. Bring all the weight this time to the right foot, left leg up and over, left arm under. Interlacing the limbs and the palms facing each other. Inhale as you lift, holding that focus point. And then exhale as the elbows come towards the knees. Breathing. Unwind the arms and the legs, landing in both heels and splash up out of the water, lifting through the heart and the gaze, tall in the spine. And exhale and release. Shaking out any tension that may have developed in the arms or the legs, or taking empty coat sleeves, whatever is right for you. Listening into your experience and responding with kindness to whatever is there for you in this moment. Coming to the top of your mat, and prepare ourselves for a little core practice. So landing first in mountain. Bringing your attention to your intention for practice. Nice full breath in. And a long exhale, bringing the attention over the heart. Now entering into your chair pose, sweep the arms back and lift through the heart. Lower the hips, press into the heels into the floor and away from each other. Breathing. And exhale and fold. Step back to your plank. The hands are right underneath the shoulder points. The tailbone is lifted just the tiniest bit to keep a comfortable low back. Float the right heel. Point through that foot and push into a three-legged down dog. Inhale as you come back to plank, land the foot, and float the left heel. Push, toes to the sky, three-legged down dog. Inhale, float to a plank, land the foot, and on the exhale, bring yourself down to a forearm plank, one hand at a time. Bring the palms together, still a little lift in the low back, and breathing as you push those elbows into the mat. Bring the arms out into a sphinx posture, lower the knees and the hips, and draw the heart through the arms. Lifting through the heart. Keep the low back comfortable. This is more of the thoracic spine stretch. Toes are untucked, gaze is forward. Now extend the arms out for a seal posture. So reach way out in a diagonal and then gently draw them back, lifting with the back muscles. Breathing. Strong, active back. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulder points again, and that's Sphinx posture. Traction the arms back and draw the heart through the arms just a bit. And now we'll come back into our forearm plank. Bring the hands together and tuck the toes. Lift up in the hips. And then float the knees, coming into forearm plank as you push into the forearms. Push against the toes. Getting some distance there and lifting in the hips a bit. Keep the neck long and comfortable and the gaze right down at the hands. Breathing here, taking a break whenever it's right for you. But see your strength. Breathing. Big breaths can really be helpful. Pushing back to a dolphin dog. Resting here whenever you need to, or coming to melting heart. And then resuming that forearm plank to challenge yourself one more time, if that's right for you. Breathing. Pushing the forearms away from the toes. Then dropping the knees and pressing the heart back towards the thighs. Forehead comes to the mat. The hands flatten on the mat. Melting heart. Recovering here. And then bring yourself through the arms. Walk the knees forward. And bring yourself into a seated posture. And slowly lower the spine onto the mat. Reach the arms forward to engage the core. Keep the heart lifted. And slowly unroll the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, down to the mat. Gently reposition yourself as we prepare for bridge posture. So bring the heels right behind the glutes. Land some weight in the heels. And roll the shoulders under just a bit. You may be able to brush your heels with your fingertips. Lift the toes and spread them. On the inhale, feel the belly rise. On the exhale, push the spine to the mat. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push it to the mat. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, push it to the mat and roll the spine up in a bridge. Get the shoulders under just a little bit and lift the chin to keep the neck comfortable. Feel that long line of energy reaching through the knees and draw the knees a little bit towards each other. Squeeze the glutes and lift. Use the exhales to engage the pelvic floor. And then with the next exhale, unroll the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, as you draw the tailbone towards the heels. Make a diamond pattern with the hands right underneath the sacrum to give the hips just a little lift. Push the feet out to 45 degrees into a horizontal scissor kick. And then exhale and bring them home. Exhale home. Inhale, reach them out, scissor kick. And exhale, bring them home. Inhale, reach them out, scissor kick. Exhale, bring them home. Inhale out, scissor kick. Exhale them home. Following your breath now. Repeating this move as long as is necessary to strengthen your core. Really using up that energy in there and pushing yourself just a little bit further to strengthen those muscles in the core that keep our back strong. Exhale at home. Inhale out to the 45-degree angle, scissor kick, and exhale at home. Taking a little break if you need to, and then resume to really burn out those muscles. And then when you're ready, bring your feet back to the floor. And take one more bridge. Exhale, press the low spine towards the mat. And on the inhale, raise up into a bridge. We're going to take a one-footed bridge. So bring all the weight to the left heel. Extend the right heel, horizontal out in front of you. And then we'll lift and lower the hips here. So soften just a little and then squeeze the glute and lift. Soften and lift. Soften and lift. And then reach the right toes up to the sky as high as you can. And then bring that right foot back down to the mat. We'll take these moves on the other side. All the weight into the right heel. And extend that left heel out in front of you, horizontal. Squeezing in the right glute, lift, exhale and soften a bit, inhale, lift, soften and lift, lowering and lifting through the hips. Now reach that left toe up to the sky as high as you can, and then bringing that right foot back to the mat. And then when you're ready, vertebrae by vertebrae, unwinding that spine towards the mat, drawing the tailbone towards the heels. Bring your knees in towards the chest and rock the knees back and forth, or draw circles with the knees, comforting the low back. Done a lot of work today, and now is our time to unwind, gently responding to your body. If your block is nearby, bring it up close and slide it under the sacrum as we prepare for Viparita Karani, or legs up the wall. When you feel steady on the block, draw the knees into the chest and then float the heels to the sky. Let the arms be soft, like wet noodles. Find the breath and take a nice full breath in, really letting go with the exhale. It's right for you. Let the heels drift apart, taking a bit of an inner thigh stretch. With the next exhale, draw the heels back together. And the next exhale, let the knees come into the chest. And then bringing both hands around the left knee, keeping that knee into the chest, let the right heel go long, slowly reaching for the floor and opening that right hip flexor. If the heel can come all the way to the floor and open on that side, fantastic. Let the left knee drift out a little bit to the left. And bring the right knee in. Holding the right knee, let the left heel go long and slowly drift towards the floor, opening that hip flexor on the left. And let the right knee drift open a little to the right. Breathing nice and full breaths here. And bringing both knees back into the chest. Reach through the knees for the big toes or the ankles, coming to happy baby. Lengthening through the back of the legs or pressing the heels up towards the sky. And then releasing the heels, letting them come to the mat, the soles of the feet coming together, the knees drifting apart. You can place your arms in cactus and come to floating goddess. Rock the hips back and forth on the block. Let the knees reach for the corners of the room. Take a nice full breath in and let it go. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, and no one to be but who you are already. When you're ready, bridge up a little and set your block off to the side. We'll take cat pulling its own tail. So move your hips off to the left and roll the body over to the right, bringing the top leg up, being held by the bottom arm. And the bottom leg reaches back and is held by the top hand. Give that a good squeeze in the glute on the right as you draw that right foot back. If it's available to you, take your gaze a little bit off to the right. Getting a bit of a spinal twist with this cat pulling its own tail pose. And release the feet. Rotate through center, bringing the hips now off to the right side of the mat. Roll the knees off to the left. Sweep the left foot into the right hand, and the right knee comes across the body into the left hand. Squeeze the glute on the left, really opening that hip flexor as you draw that foot up and taking the gaze off to the right. Begin to unwind your body into our final resting posture, Shavasana. Each posture we take in yoga holds a degree of tension in the body. And Shavasana, our final resting posture, is the posture that holds no tension. Letting go. So as you prepare for Shavasana, letting the spine and the body become long, the hands and feet a little away from the center of the body. If you need a pillow for your eyes or a blanket, feel free to do that as well. Let the body become very heavy. Letting the arms and legs be supported by the earth. The torso resting on the earth, getting heavy with each exhale. Scan through the body for any areas that might be holding tension. Take a nice full breath in and see if you can let go of that tension just a little. We'll return to our deep listening practice. On the in-breath, I notice I am breathing in. On the out-breath, I notice I am breathing out. On the in-breath, I notice my breath is full. On the out-breath, I notice my breath is long. On the in-breath, I listen to what I am experiencing. And on the out-breath, I care for this experience. Inhale and exhale. A full breath. A long exhale. Listen and care. Listen and care. Letting the attention rest over the heart, watching and listening for the breath, breath by breath, ebbing and flowing like the ever-repeating rhythms of the ocean. Begin to deepen your breath. Reconnecting your inner experience with the space around you. Beginning to find a little movement in the body, or continuing to enjoy stillness, whatever is right for you. Rotating the neck and head side to side, or a little movement in the fingers and toes. Place the hands on the heart and take a moment to be kind to your experience, acknowledging the goodness in you for taking care of this body, this physical vessel that you live in. When it's right, draw your knees into the chest and bring a little comfort to the low back. Rocking side to side or drawing some circles. And then in your way and in your time, joining me in a seated posture to close our practice time together. The light and life in me sees and honors the light and life in you. May you be happy and free. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for practicing with me. What a pleasure. Miss you guys.